What's up, you guys?
Welcome back to our channel and welcome to our Q&A video.
Mukbang style. It's our first mukbang in the house.
Yeah, first real mukbang at least. So today we have a bunch of Vietnamese food. We are trying out a new Vietnamese restaurant nearby where we live. So we have no idea if it's good or not. But we got some bún bò Huế.
Wow, that pronunciation is spot on, you guys. Hit that like button for the pronunciation.
We've got cơm tấm
Đặc biệt.
đặc biệt. And we have bún bò blau.
For those of you who don't know what it is, bún bò Huế is spicy beef noodle. And then this is a rice plate, combination rice plate. We have grilled pork chop, grilled short rib, grilled shrimp, an egg, fried egg rolls, and the bún bò blau is a steamed tapioca cake. Stuff inside is a shrimp and some ground pork, and you eat it with fish sauce. So let's dive in.
Let's dive in. I'm so hungry.
First impression, this thing is legit because they give you the blood cake, pork blood cake. Oh, by the way, we didn't tell you guys what Q&A are we doing.
Oh yeah, so we asked you guys if you have any questions like house related stuff, whether it's like home buying and stuff like that. So we have a few questions that we will answer while we eat this. But first we need to take a few bites because I'm hungry.
It's good.
Yeah, the flavor is really good.
Tastes like Vietnam.
Okay, anyways, let's answer the first question.
Yep, let's do it.
So the first question is, how do you save up and buy a home?
Well, first thing first, we set a deadline for ourselves. So prior to buying this house, we have been renting and living in the same space for the last 6 years. So we said, let's plan to hopefully can buy a house by the time the lease ends.
Wait, so, okay, the lease renews every year. It's not like a 6-year lease. So basically we renew our lease every year, and then we made it a goal that by the end of the last lease that we would want to buy a house. We didn't want to renew the lease. We didn't want to move to an apartment or anything like that. So that's what we were going off of. And from there we gave ourselves, like, I guess it was like a year, right?
Yeah, a year.
Basically.
Because we renewed the lease in February. We said hopefully by next March we would be able to buy a house. So that gave us a specific timeline and a goal to work toward. So like since after we made that decision, every month after that, we start saving up.
Yeah. And we basically knew what our like price range was for a house. So we basically kind of just worked off of that. And I guess what would help is because we are first time home buyers, we didn't have to put like 20% down, and we actually only put 3.5% down. So based off of the budget that we knew of like house price ranges that we want to buy, then we were able to know how much we needed to save up in order to be able to put that 3.5% down.
So first step, set a timeline. Second step, know your budget and how much you need to save. Third step is actually we sat down and we go over our expense to know how much we spend on each category. We put in like groceries, shopping, entertainment. And then we have a spreadsheet where Audrey, for every week, she go in and enter the budget for the last week. So we know which area we can cut back. So we can use that savings to put towards the down payment for the house.
But yeah, that's how we did it. Sorry if that was a really long answer. But there's a lot that goes into it. So I don't know how to like shorten it
Properly,
yeah.
Explain it. Okay, we can move on.
I want to try the bumbo blob. Is it good? Is the fish sauce good? It looks so light.
It's good. It's like a light A little sweet on the sweeter side. But it's good. Like the filling inside, like the meat and stuff is very tasty.
It's so chewy.
So for my bowl, I also have a pork hock.
I want to try their egg roll. I always judge a place based on their egg roll. I don't know why. It's different. They use the rice paper, huh?
Yeah. Different good. So far, this place is
So
legit.
far, this place is legit.
Yep.
Okay, next question. When were you able to lock in an interest rate? 45 days before our closing date. Yeah.
Obviously, you can choose to lock in a rate earlier than that, but you have to pay. And you just gotta work with your loan officer. But based on our experience, our loan officer said that he can follow the rate, right? It's flow up, it flow down. So once you lock in the rate, if the rates go down, then he can float down, right? But if the rate flow up, you are locked in for that rate. So just work with your loan officer on that.
Did we end up buying down the rate?
We did.
Yeah.
We buy down the rate by like a little bit. The meat is good.
It's so like smoky.
Because they grill it. Ooh, let's put some nước mắm in it.
Oh yeah.
It with some pickle.
Okay, another question. What documents did they ask you to clarify or resend to update?
Luckily, we didn't have to like resend or update anything. There was one minor update I have to retake my picture of my ID because it was blurry and we couldn't really see it. But other than that, everything was great. Yeah.
For the most part, the whole entire process for us was very smooth and like there weren't
Any hiccups
really. Next question. Did you have to go above asking to get the offer, and how many offers were placed before? So I feel like our situation is like super different than what other people have experienced.
Yeah.
We were very, very blessed to not have to
Enter a bidding war.
Like literally nothing. Like we didn't have to fight for the house, like nothing. So if you didn't watch like our previous video, we'll probably like link it somewhere. A little like backstory. We came to see the house and we were like, okay, like this is the house that we want. And we were like, okay, what do we need to do in order to get the house? And they were literally like, oh, you just have to give us some earnest money and that's it. You basically, it's a placeholder that this house is yours. And we were like, what?
And the price is as is. They're like, the house gonna go for...
They were just like, okay, so this is the price of the house and you just have to put down this amount of earnest money and that's it. And we were like, we were like, what? That's so easy.
Yeah, no bidding, no nothing.
No bidding.
They're like, oh, technically it's just a first come, first serve. So if you don't take it, the next one will take it. That's it.
Yeah. So the only thing that was of concern was 15 minutes after we saw the house, there was another couple who wanted the house. But they're like, because you said you were interested first, we are giving you guys the chance to say yes or no within 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah, which is weird because at that time, I didn't know if that was their sales tactics to make us like, oh, you gotta do it now, you know, otherwise someone...
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, they probably were like being honest about it. Because the Seattle housing market is like super crazy at this moment. But yeah, we just put down earnest money and that's it. And we did that in July. We locked the house. And then from July to when we close in December, we have 5 months to continue saving up our down payment. And then like you know, if anything were to happen, if we can't follow through with our deal, then we just lose our earnest money and that's it. We don't have to worry about anything else. It was like crazy.
It was crazy. Especially, we thought that this was normal, but after hearing like a bunch of stories from other people, we realized that this is kind of not normal.
Yeah.
Like a not normal situation, I guess, when you buy a house. But yeah, we were definitely very blessed, and we are reminded of that very, very often. So yeah, there's no bidding war. The house price didn't go up whatsoever. It was just as is. The only thing that we had to pay for extras because we wanted upgrades on appliances and also like the backsplash and all that. But other than that, nothing.
Still couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Next question. How soon do you close on the loan? Was it before the house was completed? The house was done by December.
Yep.
We had our first walkthrough on December like 6th, I think. Was it 6th?
No,
December 18th. Yeah, so the house was done pretty much early December, but we weren't able to get a walkthrough until like the first week of December, I think. Mm-hmm. Or second week.
When did we close on the loan? I don't remember.
It was before we went for our final walkthrough, actually.
Yeah, long answer short, 1 week before. Man, feels so good.
Yeah.
Have you tried the beef?
No.
Beef is good.
Is it?
Everything is really flavorful. So the next question is, why did you decide to go with a new construction versus a pre-built house? Well, it's so funny because our taste changed. Like if you asked us 2 years ago, in the peak of like all the fixer-upper, like, you know, the hype of that show, I've loved to like buy an old house and fix it up and then make it our own style, you know, like make it super like nice and whatnot. But then, as we grow older and we like have more insight into the whole process, it seems like it takes forever, you know, because you have to pay for the house and mortgage and ready, and you still have to wait for the renovation, which take about like, you know, roughly 2 months, right, 6 to 8 weeks. So then we're like, we don't have time for that, we don't have the money, and like it seems like it's too much work. And with a new construction, we don't have to worry about like anything that's broken, like foundation, everything is new. We don't have to worry about inspection. So in the end, we decided to go with that.
I mean, it was just like also taking into consideration like our whole lease, right? So we looked in July and our lease didn't end till like February of this year. So we were like, okay, we can't buy anything that's already made because that's gonna mess up with, like, we would have to pay double like rent or, you know, mortgage sort of basically. And we're like, we don't want that. So new construction like made more sense because it's not done yet. The house wasn't done yet, and it gave us an idea of like when we could move in, how much we need to save, how much like everything would be. So that just kind of, that's how it worked out perfectly. Yeah.
Is that it, right? All the questions?
Yeah, thank you guys for asking all the questions.
But if you have any additional question, let us know in the comment down below. If you enjoy watching this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, don't forget to keep winning at life. See you next video. Bye.